Morning and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on where you're watching from, I am JR, your host, and this is Foreignless from Departure to Discovery and What's Next. Now, on the previous episode, we had Dylan, and we spoke a little bit about what it takes to make it. Not necessarily in the States, but in general, what it takes to make it in your mind and soul and body to actually get there. Now, if you are a little stuck in your bubble of comfort and you have no idea how to step out of it, I implore you guys to go jump in on Spotify and on YouTube and hear us out. We are both guys that built up what we have today out of nothing. No fortune was given to us, none of it. We had to work hard for what we got, and there's unfortunately things in life we had to do to get up top. Not everybody, myself and Dylan, we were so different on how we got to the top or still on our way to the top that it gives you wide variety depending on who you are. So I'd like you guys to pop in there and leave a comment down below if you did jump onto Spotify or YouTube, and if you have something to offer, some advice maybe, or if anything helped, or something that was really focused towards you and got you to want to be where you want to be. Let us know. I would appreciate that very much. I um I wanna start off by saying thank you for Firefly African Safaris for being the sponsor of this episode. Now, if you guys don't know who she is, why don't you take a moment? And I do apologize for the Spotify users. Um, I know there's no clip for you guys to actually see it, but I want to push you guys to go onto her social media and see what she does for a living. But for the YouTube tubers, take a moment and imagine this could be you if you are a travel enthusiast. Enjoy.
Melodia perduta nel vento, melodia che nasce al tempo, melodia nel suo momento, melodia perduta nel vento, melodia perduta nel vento, melodia che nasce al tempo, melodia nel suo momento, melodia perduta nel vento. Tra luci e ombre, il tempo scompare, vivi nel glitch del presente.
So, as I said earlier, unfortunately, Spotify users couldn't see the beauty and the wildlife nature that Firefly Africa safaris offer you guys. But don't be too sad about it. You guys, if you guys reach out to her or me with a code for number 4 RNLS25, you guys have a discount code this month. And yeah, reach out if you guys are travel enthusiasts and just need a break from all the shit and drama that's happening around, because oh, good gracious, there's a lot of shit and drama going on right now. But also, end of the year is coming up, all your built up days, and you don't know what to do. What do you have to lose, So I say that code again: number 4 RNLS 25, and that's your discount code. Reach out. And if you do hear throughout, specifically for the Spotifyers, if you do hear a bird noise throughout, this is me kind of advertising for her onto YouTube. I kind of want to push you guys to go onto the social media. So if you do hear a bird noise, take a pause, jump onto Firefly African Safaris. Go check it out. You've got nothing to lose. So here we go. Where to start? Where to start? African pride. Welcome, guys. A little bit off topic. Just want to say, guys, to all the people out there, and I'm not talking about the sports area of this episode, I'm talking about all the South Africans that are out in the world. There are so many of us that I've been reaching out the last 2 months that it is kind of impossible for me to mention all of them. But I tell you what, I am working on a little episode about everybody that I can reach out to, find out where they are, what they're doing, how's life, things like that. Some good vibes. And I hope everything goes well because I want to work with someone for a good intro song that kind of would be perfect for that episode, but I don't want to spoil it yet. So I really appreciate everybody. If you are out there and you're a South African, comment down below where you're from. That would be absolute epic. I'll give you guys a shout out. I'd love to do it. But how we got here today is African pride. All those people that are making name for themselves, they're kind of just showing off a little bit, showing the world, asking them one question. Do you see us now? Do you recognize the little country called South Africa? There's been a lot going on lately, the last 2 months. I jumped jobs. As you guys know, I've been in construction for quite a while now, and I don't regret moving away from the construction because I'm back at what I do best. I'm kind of set up now on a farm again, not necessarily agricultural, but I am now an assistant property manager, which is kind of sick. And I couldn't ask for a better manager, and I couldn't ask for a better bo- bosses. Need to know basis. I'm happy for the first time ever. I get benefits. I get a chance to grow. I get a chance to be who I wanted to be. And I have a lot to offer because I've been doing this for so, so, so long. And all I can say is I'm happy. I just needed to focus on that part of my happiness. After the car wreck, things took a toll mentally a little bit, but I feel like we are kind of back on track. I feel like we are kind of getting to a point where, and it's all thanks to an amazing manager that I have and amazing people around me, and the opportunity to show everybody, especially my household, that I can be the man I want to be and who everybody else wants to be. And I don't give a shit about the rest. I just care about my inner circle, my wife, my sister-in-law, my friends, my close friends, people that actually do care. Those people those are the things I care about. But now everything has all this hard work, all this effort, all this wishing, all this praying. Oh my goodness, the praying finally paid off. I'm happy, guys. And now finally things are starting. For a while there was no light in the tunnel, but you know, we get knocked down, but we got up again. We're never gonna get me down. You know that vibe, and that's where we also kind of fall in today, into African pride. So I welcome you guys, man. Oh man, did we take a knock did we take a knock as a South African country all around the world? Not only that your president and our president have words and there's little wata watas, and I don't do politics, but that was one thing. And then, of course, as everybody knows, middleweight champion DDP lost unfortunately against Hamzat Chimaev after he took the belt from Strickland, that is USA. Just like Chad Leclerc won against Michael Phelps back in the day, those. And South Africa is so small, and we compete against these higher performances that makes me proud to be a South African. Win, lose, I don't care. But a few weeks ago, sport was a big thing. Everybody was excited. Everybody went to the bar. Everybody got ready. The beers, the braais, everything was going. South Africa was playing cricket. We lost. 200 and something, 274, 72 runs. That's a ass beating. That's an ass beating. Same with the rugby. I think we were 22 to 5 or 7 first off, and everybody was like, even the Australians started turning their backs. Oh, it's game over. It's just South Africa. It's just South Africa again. Being the 4-time World Cup champions, they are back-to-back champions. Man, oh man, did the Aussies come back, and they used that kangaroo power, and they fucking won us. They beat us. I don't know. I'm not sure what the score was. I didn't watch that game, which was I wish I did. I wish I watched that game. But as I said, we were very busy with a lot of things. And of course, as you guys know, we got ragdolled. The most boring fight in fucking history. But a win's a win. And as DDP says, he will be back. Just like we came back with the Springboks, with the rugby. Next weekend, we clocked the Aussies again. Just to show, hey, everybody needs to win now and then. That was your win, but now it's over. You know? We get knocked down, but we get up again. You're never gonna get me down. But that's just part of the process. Failure is just is the first step to greatness. A wise man once says, success was built on failure. Look at Thomas Edison, the guy that invented the light bulb. He did this 1,000 times before he finally got there. And now we have LEDs. Now imagine if he just quit. You know? I know these people I will be mentioning is not, but the fact is, don't give up. Don't give up. My wife helped me with an amazing quote this today, saying, better to try and fail than not try at all. You know? And it backtracks to in your comfort zone a little bit to the previous episode. Try it. Get out of your comfort zone. If you fail, so what? Next time, you learn out your failure. And I believe that's what DDP is going to do. I really think when he comes back next year to retake his title, and I hope Hamzat Chimaev keeps the title for a while. He's an amazing MMA fighter. He is. But he's more a grappler than anything else. He should go do BJJ, because he would be amazing in that. UFC is called mixed martial arts. You don't just cling on someone for 25 minutes Drickers never got knocked out. He got never submitted, and all those things that comes out has done to everybody he fights. He couldn't do it. He just put all his weight, and that's all he did. I mean, I would ask him today, are you willing to step out of your comfort zone, out of the grappling, to show your skills in the rest of the mixed martial arts? Because let me tell you, I think there was a time that he tried and he failed. That means he will go back to his camp now for the rematch, and he will adapt to that. You know. But Abraham Lincoln, true success often appears after repeatedly rejection and resilience. It's like when we were in school, when I was a kid, to get a Valentine's Day was just the most resilient challenge ever. Because everybody is shy and no one wants to go on the date. But I kept on asking, and eventually someone said yes. And I had a Valentine's Day. I know this is very irrelevant, but it's the same as a team that is underdogs. You keep on pushing, you keep on fighting, you keep on going, and guess what? You will get ahead. You will take the leadership. You will come up top. I watched baseball from these high school kids. Not the greatest team, but the fact that they're out there practicing every day and doing the games, even though they lose, they keep on going. And eventually someone sees that resilience, and I can just look at my sister-in-law's son. He got a scholarship. Of course, here in America it's a different situation. I'm not sure if it's a scholarship, but it's they saw his potential, and now he has a 2 year chance to play for a college and go to school and do all those things. The resilience that kid shows is something adults could learn from. It's amazing. It's just, I mean, if you look at it, Walt Disney, he got fired because of the lack of imagination back in the day. And Walt Disney is one of the biggest filming industries in the world right now, and probably will be for the rest of time. It is Michael Jordan. He got kicked from his high school team because they thought he wasn't good enough, and now he's still number one best basketball player rated in the world, even though he's retired. But yet again, do yourself a favor. Go watch his documentary of what he had to do to be the best. I say this again. Win or lose, I will back DDP. Win or lose, I will back the Boca. I will back the Proteas. I will back Bafana Bafana. We are a proud nation. You know, I backtrack towards what I said. DDP will be back. Oh, man. Yeah, I messed up my ankle at work, but DDP will be back. And I will back DDP even if he loses again. Just like I backed Israel Adesanya. Like, I was a big fan of Israel Adesanya even before he came to the MMA. And he was a legend of his own kind, you know? DDP is just more of a legend to me because he's South African. Not only was I very excited when he took the belt from you guys, I could have probably been anyway, but you know what? Just being in America and being a South African, that connection of ha 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 in a sportsman vibe is just amazing. Because that night when it happened, I don't know if I was here or I was with people. I was probably very drunk that night, But if you look at the transition, you can kind of win or lose. So many people are upset with DDP right now because he lost. And now they're haters all over again. And now they jump the fence again. It's like, guys, just, you know what? Who wants supporters like that? If you're not loyal to the to the core. Win or lose, DDP, we got you. We got you. African pride. That's what it's all about. Being proud of a nation, even win or lose or no matter what. I mean, I'm proud of my South Africans that are in South Africa doing great for themselves. That's some sort of sense of pride. And I feel like people lack that lately. People lack full on cultural pride. But speaking of the fighting spirit, which DDP is. DDP is the fighting spirit of our nation. But don't throw away SD Paper. He's a boxer, right? And he's been laying people out. Not sure what his score is right now. I'd like to see him on a pay-per-view. From my end, I don't pay for subscriptions really much. But keep your eye out on that guy. He's like the next Baby Jakes. You know? I don't know if you guys remember Baby Jakes, but he was a world-renowned lightweight boxer. And I feel SD Paper is just that next big thing. So, go check him out. Go check him out and keep your eyes out. South Africa is shining everywhere. And he's our next one of our next lights that's gonna pop up. And just kinda do you see us now vibe? You know? I'm very excited for a lot of things this year. But I digress from the fighting spirit of our country and I move over to the strength and power. Now, everybody in America knows how big this world's strongest man thing is. Now, yet again, here we go with the African pride, man. We are so proud of Rhino Nell. South African debut and the world's strongest man on 2025. Competing against, what's it, last year's world champion, Tom Stoltzman, and the previous year, 2023 champion, Michael Hopper. And he did it. He won the world's strongest man, sheer will and power. And if you look at the size difference between these men, yes, he's a big, bulky guy. But he did it on his debut. I mean, do you have a idea what it takes? And you know what? He was a rugby player. He was a captain, and he took his team through even through high school. He played number 7. This man is like, I think, what, 6 foot something. He weighs 200 and something, but just a beast of a man. But if you look how hard he worked to get to the world's strongest man, like, this event is so big you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna apply." And he worked hard through determination and not giving up. That to me is pride. I am proud to say I'm a South African because of these legends. I am proud to say I'm a South African because of DDP. Because of Rhino now. I mean, and as I said, he probably had the potential to play for the Springboks. Now, I said earlier that win or lose, and that people don't have pride anymore. So, did you know that South African rugby at the time was busy fading rapidly? Like, it was almost no one watched rugby because, oh, they're just going to lose again. That we almost lost against one of the, the teams that never even reached a final or anything of the above in one of our World Cups. We almost lost. We lost. We won by 3 points, where New Zealand used to beat this team 70 something. Australia, England, Italy used to beat this team. I don't want to shit on this team. It was the Japan team. What happened? Not because South Africa was shit. It's because Japan came out with a bang. Like, they played rugby no one has seen before. But they still lost against New Zealand. How much? Where we hardly scraped through. You know, that was a very dark time for us South Africans. And everybody turned back. The support now that South Africa is up there again, now you see social media just booming, the braaiing, the boerewors, the doping, the beer, cheers. All these things. So between 2007 and 2019, you do realize that's 12 years. That is 3 World Cups in the meantime. That's a lot of years, guys, to turn your back on someone. Just so that you know, not throwing away South African rugby. 1995, we won our first World Cup in the rugby. Then in 2007, we won our rugby second World Cup. 2019, we won our third World Cup. Now, in that dark period of time, after everybody turned their back, something happened. Rassie Erasmus happened. And I can't really say it's just Rassie. That because you can have a coach, the best coach in the world, but if you don't have players that want to make a difference and that wanted to show the world, do you see us now? None of it would have happened. And what happened? We came back to back World Cup champions. 2019 and 2023. We took both cups back to back. That takes a shit ton of determination, hard work, and just sheer will, you know? It doesn't sit in anyone's pants to be able to do this. Give me 1 second. So yeah, we ended up having the highest score in the rugby. I think 92 point something something. 4 World Cup holders, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be called a South African, but I'm also proud to be here in America. I'm a total USA guy. USA, USA, USA. You see, 2 countries on the same face. Collaboration comes a long way. But we're not talking about collaboration one today. We're talking about this country that I want everybody to keep an eye out on. And if you Spotifyers don't see this, I'm showing my shirt that has a South African flag on it, sharing an American flag on the other side. I'm all for it. I'm uh, I'm proud. I'm proud to be called a South African. And you know what? Speaking of the rugby and being proud, I am proud of myself of doing playing rugby when I was younger. Yeah, I did. I was kind of a all sportsmanship vibe. I had scholarships for my sports, hockey, rugby, swimming, athletics, etc., etc. But there was so much amazing rugby players that I remember growing up. Like when I when I went into high school, I was playing hockey, and how I transitioned was one afternoon we played a little bit rugby on the grass the afternoon and wata, and the bell rang for dinner, and we ended up as we were lining up. I saw this other kid's name. His name was Jean-Ray Besbier. His father was the coach for the under 16 rugby, and he came to me and he asked me, "Would you like to maybe try and play rugby?" And I was like, "I'll give it a go." And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to because I enjoyed my hockey and I was good in my hockey. I had the chance to go to SWD, and then something happened, and I said, "This is not fair," and I left. So then that's when I decided to try the rugby. But I think about it now, Andre Williams, man, that man was a beast. But when I moved into the high school, our idol was Karl Liebenberg. And he was just an absolute monster. He was an eighth man, right? Captain. He played for SWD, that's the region. And he was just the bus is full, making gaps, making tries, doing not doing tries, but scoring his own tries. Just like it was just this player that we all look up to. And yeah, I benched for the first team. I was second team captain for a while, but then I look at Vickers. Vickers was an amazing, also eighth man. I look at US. He played lacquer rugby, but Andre, that goose steppy of his, that ball skills. I look at the guy that outplayed me on number 2 when I was playing, Haas. He was a colored guy. And now, before everybody goes all racist bullshit, that is what they are called and prefer to be called in South Africa. It's a race of their own. So don't feel the need to start that shit. I see what social media is all about. Um, it's called colored, and he was just a fucking monster. He was bigger than me, but his ball skills was better than me. He was just all around better than me. So yeah, it was fun. I don't think I was in the right position because when I moved from schools up to the north, my coach took me out of that position and made me a flanker, number 6 flanker. I played 6, 7, and sometimes 8, depending on a movement. But up there, I found my true calling of where I had to be. I was there for 2 years. I was captain for the second team 2 years. And I played just really, really nice rugby because I was more available on the field. I was a ball chaser. I was a ball fetcher. I was just everything that a flanker should be. Hit the gaps right, made the opportunities. I was never a big guy. So I played against other people's weaknesses. And yes, I was really good on getting under people's skin. I miss that. Now I just don't have time for that anymore. Me and my wife and my sister-in-law had a conversation about another gentleman that I used to work for. And I had a lot of respect for him, and I appreciated him helping me through a tough time. He paid me pretty well for work that I did, and I always gave him my everything, right? And I didn't know what changed really. And one day he kind of he got me connected to the job I have right now. And I had the interview that he told me to take that day. And after the interview, it was an hour and 10 minutes. Now I'm a contractor, right? So you pay me per hour. If I step out on the phone, maybe dealing with another client, then I log myself out because I'm not working that hour, so I'm not gonna charge you that hour. He ended up cussing at me and yelling at me, and I was like, no amount of money is gonna. I know I went off topic, but just I could have accommodated that, but I'm just not that person anymore. The things you need to do to adapt to make your life more peaceful, you know? And I'm proud of myself for that because I have grown into a better person today than to deal with that. And if I don't hear ever again from him, or I never forget an apology from him, so be it. Life is less shit with no, life is shit with drama. But with less drama, life is more peaceful. But proud of myself. Proud of everybody out there that stepped out of their comfort zone. Proud of people that decide. I'm not saying turn the other cheek. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is there's a time and a place to deal with drama, you know? So I digress and I try to get back onto why I am of proud being a South African, you know? I look at the track Olympics and the swimming, just huge representatives for South Africa. Akani Simbini. This guy runs 100 meters constant under 10 seconds. Do you have an idea how fast that is? He has a record on, or I'm not sure if it's a OR or a WR, but 9.86 seconds. You do realize that that is what? I made the calculation here. You do know that is less than point 0.2, give or take, seconds slower than the fastest runner in the world, Usain Bolt. Akani is 5'9", my height. Usain Bolt is 6'5". Just think about 8-inch difference. Taller people has longer strides. You know the amount of torque that guy needs to put behind him to run under 10 seconds, and he does it constantly. Constantly. I mean, we look at Wade van die Kerk, 400 world record holder, 43 seconds point oh 03 at the Rio Olympics 2016. Do you have an idea what kind of not just stamina but endurance? Now, okay, it's not 1,000 or 100 or it's not a mile run or anything. But you take that, that doesn't any South African. I'm proud to be South African because of these people. I was there that day watching him on that 400 meter. And you know what? Speaking of a 400 meter, back to the sports. I was so proud of one of my good old friends, Dean Nell. Unfortunately, we are not friends anymore. And I'll give him a shout out today for his sheer will of commitment. He was a 400 track athlete and he was a beast. That was his best performance. I saw him crumble to the floor with a like asthma attack because his adrenaline kicked in, and it was he won. I was standing on the other side of the line. I was the one helping him up. But that is just like that excitement of him taking number one, the one spot, and breaking his personal record, and doing all that. I was so proud of him. I was so proud. Like I remember being so proud of so many. Man, I'm I'm Chad Leclerc. Yet again, you know I mentioned him earlier. Chad Leclerc won. What was it? The butterfly in 2012, and it was so huge. It was so huge. Everybody knew this up and comer, and everybody was like, "Oh no, Michael Phelps, Michael Phelps." And then we took the gold medal from Michael Phelps. I mean, there's so many track athletes that I can mention. I know we got a few golden medals the last Olympics and the Olympics before 2016 until now. And yeah, I'm a bit envious. I wish I could have gone somewhere with my sports, but my life just didn't turn out that way. I went to go work, and everywhere I worked, I was kind of far away from everything that I couldn't. But it's amazing to look at people. It's amazing to look at people and just be proud of them coming from a small country as South Africa and making a name for themselves. And yet again, I say this again, have, showing off that feeling of, do you see us now? We are a country to be reckoned with. I don't think that's the right saying, but Tatiana Smith, a 200 meter breaststroke world record, 2 minutes 18 seconds, and I don't know what's the third numeracy of that, but it's 95. That was in Tokyo this year. I watched her swim, and the excitement in her face when she won is nothing compared to the record. When she realized she broke the record, I think it is a Scots lady, I'm not sure who had the previous record, but the moment I saw her face when she won and all that, I was proud to be called a South African. You know that she was the second, I'm not sure if she was the second, but I do know Penny Hines was the first woman gold medalist in the swimming. And that was way before my time. But if you're in a conversation, Penny Hines always comes up. And when I hear that conversation, that is the pride I feel. Win or lose, we are out there and we are making name for ourselves. More now than ever. Joanne Duplessis, she got a silver in javelin. Now, you know, I used to swim for my school. I got third place, second place, first place. I couldn't really always get first place. I got maybe one or two out of the 50 events I did throughout the year, because there was this one kid that was just a fish in water, right? He's I can't remember his last name, but his name was Tyler. Tall kid, just in, and he could do butterfly, he could do everything, and he was just so good. I enjoyed my swimming. I enjoyed the water polo too, you know. And my best thing was javelin. I used to take a few first places in javelin, and I always had good competition. I had John Evert as a competition, and I had Gerald Puerta as competition. They gave me a run for that place, and they did get it from time to time. Did some shot put, did some discus. Didn't do great in the shot put. There were some guys that were just that good. Like I remember in gymnasium, there was this guy, Johan Swart. Man, just a big guy. He also played amazing rugby, and he also went very far with his rugby, as far as I remember. But just proud, man. Proud to know I have friends that have gone places with their sports. Proud to be South African. And even if they didn't get there, I would have still been proud. Wouldn't change a thing. Having pride is can be a bad thing, as you will hear on the previous episode. It's one of the seven deadly sins, Escanor. Too much pride can be a bad thing, but not African pride. This is I miss my sports. I can't lie. I miss the team. I miss being part of a group, the athletics that we went out to tour at other towns for championships, and when we were cheerleaders in gymnasium. And but yeah, so now, as you guys know, for the last 2 years or so, I've been diving into the filming industry, and I've been learning a lot in the pyrotechnics and the special effects and all that and what not and what to do, etc., etc. Now, I met a kid. His name is Jordan Kelly. Smart. He wants to be a director, and he's doing his own thing. So I give him a huge shout out. His determination and sheer will to get this done is amazing. Go check out his profile. But he swims for the college he is at. They about 4 hours out, and they won the CAA Swim and Diving Championships in 2025 this year. And he knows the South African that is super good in his swimming. It's a guy Brooks, and I hope to get connected to this kid one day. Like I would love to travel out, sit down with him, have a podcast. Because I'd like to know his journey. I'd like to know from his departure to discovery and what's next. I'm so excited for the future, and I'm so proud of this guy. I don't know this kid at all, but the fact that he's wearing my flag is proud, man. And he's making it here in the United States. It's lovely to know there are other small country people making it in a big country world. Fucking African pride, man. Mm. Mm. I do a lot of comparisons about USA and South Africa. It's probably just because I'm in the USA and I'm in and I no not in and I am a South African. But I mean, the next person that I was going to bring up, he doesn't even need the introduction. Everybody knows Tiger Woods. He's a legend. Legend. Not necessarily his personal life so much, but in the sport of golf, there was no one better until Aldrich Potgieter smashed the record, youngest PGA winner. Where was this? At the 2015 Rocket Classic. 20 years of age, won the first PGA Tour. Tiger Woods was 21 as far as I remember. Tiger Woods in that time was a little bit before my time, before my interest in golf. And no, I've never competed in golf. I'm not that good. I just enjoy the driving range, and I enjoy going with the boys, having some beers, playing some golf. But yeah, South African pride, man. I did a recap on the golf. I don't follow golf as I should, but I watched his tour winnings. I went not only for research purposes, but to go see South Africans do amazing, so that I want to be proud, more proud of of South Africa. I have no, I can't tell you guys. I mean, at 17 years old, he won his amateur, his first amateur cup championship. That was 2022. The next year, 2023, he turned pro. A year later, he he won the Bahamas Great Abaco Classic. That was the youngest Corn Ferry Tour. I mean, and you know what's funny? And I say this, and I should probably not say this, because this will probably offend not him, but other people in his stature. But if if you look at your basic golf players, they are built a certain way. Aldrich is a big guy. Aldrich is, and you know what? When people talk about Ulrich, they use the words unbelievably talent and a wise head on young shoulders. That kind of means not only is he an old soul, he's a very smart guy. Now, according to South African ways, because I am 11 years older than him, but by manners, which is very a lack in America, he would call me uncle. So sometimes when I say kid, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. It's just because he's 11 years younger than me. And I look up to him. And guess what? I am proud. I don't know the guy. And yes, I'm a lot about stature. But the fact that he doesn't look like a golf player, and there he is just breaking records, and there he is just smashing and doing what he does, I am proud. I'm proud to be a South African. I'm proud to call myself a South African because of Ulrich, because of Wade, because of Akani, because of Chad, because of DDP, because of the Boca, because of the Proteas. And guess what? Win or lose, still proud. I have never turned my back on any person South African in any form of way. Because why would I? Why would people want fans that turn their back on you the moment life gets tough? Because guess what? And I say this again, failing is one step closer to success. If you walk in a straight line and you hit your head, and that was the objective, not to hit your head, guess what? You failed. But I can guarantee you, if you're smart enough and you have the sheer will and determination to learn from your mistakes, second time around, you won't hit your head at the same place. You're not a fucking donkey. So yeah. Question now is Aldrich the one? Is he the next best thing for South Africa in the Gulf? I I truly believe so. Because remember, I'm talking about golf, and I know a lot of Americans love the golf. Love the golf, and I'll get into that very shortly. because you guys want to stay tuned for this. We had the Big Easy and the Black Knight. And if you guys don't know the nickname, we had Ernie Els and Gary Player. Those were South Africans reaching heights that other South Africans dream to have. Those are people that we were proud to say, Ernie Els did it again. Gary Player did it again. I mean, as I said, I don't follow golf as much as I should. But I like playing and I like getting drunk with the boys. But on a better note, for you boys that do love golf and enjoy, I'm gonna run something by you. Why would you go on a holiday in the States with the little money you have, for the little time you have, where you can stretch that money 4 times further and go to South Africa and play on some of the best golf courses in the world? Go do your research. I'm not gaslighting anything. South Africa has some of the best golf courses: the Links, Fan Court, St. Francis, Leopards Creek, and there's so much more. Like I can go on and on and on. I think if you actually go Google this, it will. What I would like is if you have a group of boys that are willing to save up some holidays. Yes, I just scratched my bum. Something bit me, I think. If you have a bunch of boys that enjoy the game like I do, get them together, save up holidays, and reach out. Let me know on a date. I'll get you guys connected with a toppy. A toppy is an older gentleman I know. He does golf tours, the whole South Africa. Now, 20 days, 5 golf courses, or less, whatever you choose. That is 5 to 10 people. Get your boys together, get your family together. So, what do you have to lose? You busy. You can have one of the best vacations in your life and do what you do best and enjoy what you do. But yeah, I do realize I man, let me tell you one thing. I I wish some days that I could have represented South Africa in some sort of way. I think my podcast is maybe my representative side, that I came from this place and I made it. I made it here. I actually made it, guys. Sure, life probably always throws you those curveballs, as you would know on episode 5.5 that I mentioned. But you know what? For the first time in a long time, I am very, very happy on where I am. I'm blessed to have a good job that takes care of me. I have benefits that I've never had in my life. Medical benefits. Those kind of things where you don't find often. That is something we mentioned in the previous episode, that you don't get a lot of companies that actually take care of you. A lot of companies, you're just a number, and could be replaced quite often, quite fast. And I mean, Who wants to be just a number? Don't you want to be proud of where you are? Don't you want to feel accomplished? Don't you want to feel needed? And I know that sounds a bit needy and shit like that, but if you have given your everything to people that don't deserve it, and this is kind of fall back to all the athletes that they got shit for not winning in life. Just because I lost, now South Africa turns their back on me. Just and don't deny it, South Africans. I see you hating on social media about Drickers losing. I see you hating when the Bokke lost. And I see the cricket comments too. I'm not That's what I do in my time. Make sure that what I say, I'm not talking shit. Although I like talking shit a lot. But I don't know. I don't want you guys to think that that's just all of it. We have a lot of other people out there in our respective sports, like hockey and soccer. Not so much the soccer is kind of taking a bite again, just like the rugby did in the back day, but like the field hockey, the tennis, the surfing. I mean, I can talk about surfing. Like, I mean, Jordy Smith is the current world champion right now, and he's South African. Shane Thompson, 1977, South African world champ. And then we have Bianca Buitendag. You know, those are South Africans that I was representing. Proud, 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 proud. I have a good buddy. I hope still we're buddies. I kind of think I fucked that up because I miscommunicate quite often and I don't read a message. I read a message, but I don't always understand it properly. But he's a surfer, and I hope he decides to come with me because guess what? He's coming home. I'm coming home. November. I'm the best man for my boy's wedding, and I am his ceremony master. So excited. Very excited. I can go on about that for a while, but I do have to kind of get into this and get this done. See, the weather is kind of showing clouds on that side, and it usually starts raining when it shows like that. And also, I have to go help the little ones down the street to go cut grass. Ow! I told them I would help them. But my main point is we might not be the biggest, we might not be the greatest country right now, but it's in our DNA to prove we have the potential to be champions. Title or not. Title or not. And I implore all the South Africans out there to quit your fucking hating. Because let me tell you one thing, you couldn't do better. Why don't you step out, get off your couch and your tater tots or your fries or your burger, go to the gym, go start fighting and become a UFC fighter. That's my main point. African pride shouldn't be a challenge. It should be natural. It should be a natural reaction to be proud of any South African getting there because it's not easy. It's not easy in a big world like this. South Africans out there in everything that they do. We are out there to make a name and we're out here to stay. African pride. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you do. And fuck the haters, of course. There's nothing wrong with that mentality of, do you see us now? Because I hope you do. Not just in all aspects, but in my podcast. I'm here to stay. I'm here for the long haul. This is not just a hobby for me. There's no benefits to doing this for me right now. But this is for me, mainly. Yeah, it is for some of my South Africans that appreciate what I do and they like listening to something else than just what they are doing, and they love hearing what is happening on this side and etc etc etc. But I mean, you know, I, s- I was in a car wreck and I was late on my episode, and just like that I lost a follower because I was late. Was it something I said? I don't know. We'll never know. All I know is I didn't follow. I wasn't constant because shit went down in my life, and just like that, my views dropped, everything dropped, and I don't give a shit. The people that are going to love and support what I do are going to stay with me. This to me is my own personal priority. And that's what I got to say about that. I know it's personal, I know cuckoo cuckoo cuckoo, but I don't care about things like that. Haters gonna hate. Just don't expect people to accommodate that. It's okay, donkey, bye. You know. So, with that being said, I am so looking forward to the next few weeks. Just so that you know what's happening in the next few weeks, we are going to be shooting the third part of a short film with Trevor in them, with Ali, and with Jacques. There's a lot of people I can still mention, but it'll take me a while. So, and I have to wrap this up. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Excuse me. I'm excited to see where this might go. My next episodes might be shot in a different location, which I'm very excited for. I'm super excited for that. And I might have another duo quite soon. So I'll keep you guys posted when we will be shooting episode 9. It's gonna be Halloween, and I'm going full on theme. I'm doing full on theme. And if you are still with me on my episode, I'd like to give you a hint. Leave a comment down below if you know exactly what I'm talking about, what my theme is gonna be, because it's gonna be showtime. You know? I hope everything pans out for that episode as I'm planning it. I know people are busy. Me, I'm a farmer, and we have a saying, a boer maak 'n plan. A farmer makes a plan. If a plan A doesn't work, I have always a plan B and C in the bag. It's just like the collaboration thing. I don't need collaboration to get where I'm going. Collaboration is just better, just easier. It's better to have 4 eyes on the ground than 2. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. My manager spoke to him. He has a really good friend that was a 3-time. I don't know what's the abbreviation, but it's like the equivalent of NFL for ice hockey. He's a 3-time champion. So I'm just so excited. My face hurts actually the way I'm smiling right now. He told uh, my manager that he'll be keen to sit down because I'd like to know his departure to Discovery and what's next. I'm excited for the future, guys, for the first time in a long time. I'm glad to feel that I'm slowly creeping back. Gonna be jumping in the gym again. I got my hey, there we go. Lightning, thunder, lightning and the thunder. But yeah, we got ourselves a nice pickup this time. Nissan Frontier 2018 used to be a work truck. It has a construction light, which when I'm at a 5 mile rush, when you kind of push to that extra 5 miles over the speeding limit, and oh, I need to get to a doctor's appointment. Shit, I'm gonna be late. I switch that sucker on, and I get into the fast lane, and people kind of give me way. It's cool. It's very nice. I'm excited to have a foreignless advertisement 2.0, and I hope Charleston gets the chance to see me on the road again, because I'm back, baby. I'm back with a bang, just like DDP. Gonna be back with a bang. I hope he just knocks the fuck out of Hamzat or whoever has the champion, because I don't see really anyone taking the championship from Hamzat, to be honest. But so excited to see what Aldrich does in the next tour. So excited to see what everybody's gonna do. I hope the cricket comes back. Yeah, they lost bad. Shoo. They lost real bad. So, 3 things. Number 1, Firefly African Safaris. Thank you for being the sponsor of this episode. Number 2, if you are a golfer or a surfer and you have a group of friends that want to stretch your money further than you can right here, reach out to me and let me get you guys connected. I'll get you to the right people with a perfect budget to do exactly that. Surf as many places as you want for the 15 days that you are there, or 20 days, or how many days. And same with the golfing. And third, and the most important, have some pride and back your boys, back your ladies, back your team. Don't be a wire sitter, as we would call it in South Africa. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your people that made it up there. And of course, last but not least, people, thank you for tuning in to Foreignless. I'm JR. This is From Departure to Discovery and What's Next. So, I ask you, what is next? We'll see. I hope you see us now. Okay, donkey, bye. See you. It's raining, so I'll see you guys next time. Okay, donkey, bye.